The first time he opened his eyes in the hospital, I prayed he wouldn't remember me. Not his empire, not his enemies, not all the ways he'd painted this city in quiet, accountant clean brutality. Just please, God, not me. But when those dark eyes finally focused, when his gaze swept the room, past the monitors, past the nurse, past the drip of morphine and the white of his bandages, it landed on me, like it always did. His lips parted, his brow furrowed. Then he said my name, Sarah Azari, like it was the only piece of the world he'd managed to save from the fire. I should have run. Instead, I walked closer, right back to the man I betrayed, right back to the man whose mind I helped break, right back to the man who doesn't remember he once ordered my brother's death, but remembers the exact shape of my voice. When his memories return, he will kill me, or he will never let me go again. And I don't know which fate terrifies me more.
They tell me I'm lucky to be alive. I look at the tube in my arm, the bandage on my head, the ache in my bones, and mull over their definition of lucky. There's a crater in my mind where a kingdom should be. Faces without names, buildings without meaning, a city I apparently own and don't remember buying. But there's one thing I do remember. Her. She's standing at the foot of my bed like a ghost I never believed in. Dark hair, wary eyes, shoulders held like she expects the world to hit her again. Sarah. The name drops into place, solid and right, like a puzzle piece slamming home. I don't remember my brothers in arms. I don't remember the first time I pulled a trigger. I don't remember how I built an empire of glass and fear, but I remember her. My doctor calls it trauma. My consigliere calls it a liability. I call it a problem, because the second I say her name, I see it in her face. She knows exactly who I used to be, and she's terrified of the day I become him again.
Chapter 1. The Don Who Forgot His Throne. Sarah. Hospitals try very hard to pretend people don't die in them. They give the walls calming colors. They serve coffee from machines with Italian names. They hang abstract art that looks like someone's emotions bled out onto the canvas. But underneath the paint and the polish, it still smells like bleach and endings. I stand outside room 1703, fingers curled around the metal handle, and tell myself for the 10th time I'm not going in. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't even be in this city. 3 years of running, of learning how to be smoke, no records, no paper trail, paying cash, using names that taste wrong in my mouth. And one news alert drags me back. Car bomb targets alleged crime boss Lorenzo DeVario. Condition, critical. Alleged. That's sweet. The guard at the end of the corridor shifts his weight. Not the bored, soft around the middle kind hospitals hire because they're cheap. No, this one is straight lines and silent eyes and a bulge under his jacket that screams gun in a language anyone from our world understands. He's not here for the patients. He's here for him. Miss? The nurse at the station gives me a small, cautious smile. You said you were family? That almost makes me laugh. Family. I swallow the sound and adjust my grip on my bag instead. Yes, I say. I'm Sarah Valentini. I should be on his emergency contact list. Her expression softens in that way people reserve for women who were stupid enough to get too close to men like him. I'm so sorry you're going through this, she says gently. He's awake, but disoriented. Short-term memory issues. The neurologist will explain more, but please don't push him too hard. Disoriented. That's one word for it. Right. I manage. I'll be careful. You have 5 minutes, she adds. He needs rest. 5 minutes. After 3 years of avoiding his shadow like it could still reach me, I get 5 minutes with the man I loved and hated in equal measure. I could still turn around, take the elevator down, walk out of this building, and never look back. But then I see that headline again in my mind, and another line. Buried in his digital chart I shouldn't have been able to access at all. Patient. DeVero. Lorenzo. Status. Alive. Of course he is. Lorenzo DeVero always did refuse to die on other people's terms. I exhale, sharp and shaky. Then I open the door. The room is too bright. Monitors beep in soft, steady rhythms. A TV murmurs in the corner with the sound off. Someone has pulled the blinds halfway, slicing the sunlight into clean, sterile lines. He's sitting up against the pillows, broad shoulders making the hospital gown look ridiculous. Bandage wrapped around his head, IV in his hand. A bruise blooms high on his cheekbone like someone painted it on for dramatic effect. He looks smaller like this, not in size, in impact. In my head, he is always 10 feet tall, wrapped in a suit worth more than my car, framed by glass and city lights and fear. Now, he's barefoot and pale and blinking hard like the world doesn't want to resolve for him. For a second, I just watch. I remember the first time I saw him, black suit, darker eyes, his attention fixed on a screen I'd just cracked, saying, "You did this?" in a tone that sounded almost like appreciation and more like recognition. I remember the last time the echo of a gunshot in a concrete hall, my brother's body hitting the ground, the ink of Lorenzo's signature at the bottom of an execution order. Between those two moments is a lifetime I've spent 3 years trying to erase. He turns his head. Our eyes meet. It's instant. No confusion. No searching. No "who are you?" Just Sierra. My name in his mouth is a punch. My fingers tighten on the strap of my bag. "You remember me?" I say. It comes out flatter than I intend. He frowns. Like the idea he wouldn't is stupid. "Of course I remember you." The nurse said short-term memory loss. The report said retrograde amnesia. But the way he's looking at me now, focused, intense, like he's searching my face for missing pieces. That's not nothing. I take a few steps closer, heels whispering over tile. Up close, I can see the damage better. The edges of the bandage are tinged with pink. Scratches mar his jaw. His lips are dry, but his eyes are exactly the same. Dark, sharp, too much. "How do you feel?" I ask. He huffs out a breath that wants to be a laugh. Like someone parked a truck on my skull. His brow furrows. "They said car bomb. I don't remember the bang. Just light, heat, then emptiness. The back of my neck prickles. What else do you remember?" I ask carefully. He watches me. "You," he says. Just that. My pulse stumbles. "Me," I echo. "Nothing else?" "Faces," he says slowly. Not names, buildings, boardrooms. A sense that if I picked up a phone, people would answer. "That sounds about right," I mutter. "But no context," he continues. "No story." His gaze deepens. "Except where you're concerned." My throat feels dry. "What do you mean?" He shifts, wincing a little, but he doesn't break eye contact. "I woke up," he says. "Did the usual, asked where I was, what happened, who I apparently am." His mouth twists. The answers were unsatisfying. I believe that. But when they asked if I remembered anything, he goes on. "Anyone, any detail at all." He pauses. "I said your name." He finishes quietly. My heart slams once, hard enough to hurt. "Why?" I ask. "I was hoping you could tell me," he says. "Because the doctors can't." I wrap my fingers tighter around the rail of his bed to keep them from shaking. "What did they say?" I ask. "That it's normal for the brain to cling to something," he says. A familiar voice, a smell, a sound. That it picked what mattered most. He holds my gaze. "And apparently, Sarah," he murmurs, "that's you." My chest feels too small. "They didn't tell me who you were," he adds. "They said that was confidential, that you'd have to fill in the blanks." Of course. I suddenly want to strangle whatever privacy-obsessed administrator made that decision. "What are you to me?" he asks. The question is quiet. Too quiet. There's a list of things I could say. Employee, hacker, analyst, liar, the girl who watched you kill her brother, the woman who helped your enemies wipe your memory. None of them are safe. "I worked for you," I say instead. It. Systems. Data security. He studies me. That sounds right, he says slowly. You smell like coffee and server rooms. I almost laugh. You left, he says. My stomach drops. What? He frowns, staring somewhere over my shoulder. I don't see it clearly, he says, but there's a hole, a before and after. You were there. He gestures vaguely. Then you weren't. Noise got louder after that. The air gets thinner. You remember that? I ask. Not as pictures, he says. More like textures. Anger, frustration, an empty office, no one saying no to me. Short, humorless exhale. I don't like that version, he adds softly. My fingers dig into the rail. What else? I ask. Nothing that makes sense, he says. Just this. He lifts a hand, then stops, watching me. You're not wearing a ring. The change of subject hits like a slap. I'm not married, I say tightly. To me? He pushes. My laugh is sharp. Definitely not. His jaw ticks. Disappointment flares there, quick and raw, before he shudders it. You sound certain, he says. You'd be worse than this if we'd been married, I say. You'd be unbearable, and as well. The corner of his mouth curves. There she is, he murmurs. My heart trips. Who? The girl who talked back, he says. Everyone else in my life bends. You never did. Silence thickens between us. You shouldn't be glad to see me, I say quietly. And yet, here we are, he answers. I take a step back. He notices. A shadow crosses his face. You're afraid of me, he says. I'm cautious, I correct. Same thing, he says. In my world, he says it like he remembers that world. Even if his mind refuses to show him the pictures. You don't remember your world, I say. No, he agrees, but I remember how my body felt moving through it. I know what a gun feels like in my hand. I know what fear feels like when it walks into a room ahead of me and everyone shuts up. He pauses, and I know you were the exception. I wrap my arms around myself. You have 5 minutes, I say softly. Then I'm gone. He nods slowly. Why did you come back? He asks. If you left once, I heard about the explosion, I say. I needed to see if it was true. If what was true, he presses. That I survived, that you might be different. I whisper. He stares at me. And? He asks. And I don't know, I say. Not yet. Not when those eyes still see through me. Not when my name still looks like a brand in his mouth. His hand flexes on the sheet. Come closer, he says. The request is quiet. It still lands like a command. I move anyway. Not because he told me to. That's what I tell myself. But because some stupid part of me wants to prove I can. He lifts his hand again. This time he doesn't hesitate. His fingers wrap around my wrist. Careful. Warm. A jolt stabs up my arm. Familiar, he murmurs. Thumb brushing the inside of my wrist where my pulse leaps. This feels familiar. I can't breathe. Stop, I say. His gaze flicks up. Does it bother you? Yes. However, his lips curve. Just a little. Good, he says. It bothers me too. There's a knock at the door. He doesn't let go. Nico steps in. Suit sharp. Expression sharper. He freezes when he sees me. His jaw locks. You shouldn't be here. One of you say that to my face one more time, I mutter, and I might start to feel unwelcome. Sierra, Lorenzo says quietly, still watching me. I want you to come back tomorrow. Everything in me jerks. No, I say. Yes, I've not. You don't get to. Apparently, he says. You're the only stable data point in this mess. I'm not losing it. Not you. It. My stomach twists. Boss, We need to talk. Nico cuts in. Alone, in 5 minutes. Lorenzo says, the nurse is going to love that. I pull my wrist back. His grip loosens, but the heat stays under my skin. I can't come back, I say. It was a mistake to come at all. He studies me like he's deciding which thread to pull. I woke up with nothing, he says softly. No past, no future, just your name. You really going to punish me for that? God. He's good. He doesn't even remember what he is, and he's still dangerous. I don't owe you anything, I whisper. Maybe not, he says. But I think you owe yourself a better goodbye than the one you gave last time. My chest tightens until it hurts. I'll think about it. I lie. He hears it. He lets me lie anyway. For now, he says. That's enough. It isn't. But I turn and walk toward the door anyway. Sarah, I pause with my hand on the handle. When you step out of that room, he says quietly, the world is going to start trying to pull you away from me again. Maybe that's for the best, I say. His eyes darken. I'm not convinced, he murmurs. And I get the feeling I usually get what I want. I look back. For a moment, we just stare at each other. The man I ruined. The man who ruined me first. I'm not yours, I say. His lips curve in something that's not quite a smile. Not yet, he says. I leave before he can see the way my body betrays me at those words.
Lorenzo, they tell me I should rest. They tell me not to push too hard. They tell me memories will either come back on their own or not at all. I smile at the doctors, at the nurses, at the well-meaning strangers who call me Mr. DeVero like that title doesn't feel like an empty suit someone else wore. Then I ignore them, because the only thing that feels real in this antiseptic, fluorescent hell is the way her pulse jumped under my fingers. I lean back against the pillows and watch the door she just walked through. Who is she? I ask without looking away. Nico shifts near the window. Bad idea. That wasn't the question, he exhales. You really don't remember. I wouldn't be asking if I did, I say. He moves closer to the bed. You want the short answer or the one that's going to give you a headache? Start with her name, I reply. Then we'll see how much pain I'm in the mood for. You already said it, he mutters. Sarah Valentini. You recruited her 4 years ago. Took her out of a hole-in-the-wall cybersecurity firm and dropped her into our laps. I roll that around in my head. Smart, I say. Too smart, Nico replies. That was the problem. I glance at him. Explain. She saw too much, he says. Went too deep into the systems. Found things she wasn't supposed to find. Like what? A muscle ticks in his jaw. Hits, deals, names. I wait. His silence tells me enough. She left, I say slowly. You told her to. I tried, he says. You didn't. My fingers tighten on the sheet. I kept her, I say. You held on to her, he corrects. Like a dragon sitting on a live grenade. Interesting choice of metaphor. And then, I ask. Then something happened, he says. Something to do with her brother. My temples throb. Images flicker at the edges of my mind. Concrete floor. Cold air. A man on his knees. A gun in my hand. A scream behind me. I close my eyes. The pain sharpens, then recedes, leaving a different ache behind. I killed him, I say. The words feel true in my mouth. Heavy, familiar. Didn't I? Nico doesn't lie. He never has. Yes, he says quietly, and she saw it. Yes. The monitors beep a little faster. I exhale slowly. Eyes still closed. I didn't kill her, I say. It's not a question. But Nico answers anyway. No. Why? He hesitates. I don't know, he says. You didn't tell me. That's new. I open my eyes. So what you're saying, I murmur, is that I watched this woman's brother die because of my order, then let her walk away. You didn't let her, he corrects. She ran. You ordered her tracked. For a while, he pauses. Then you stopped. My brows draw together. Why? You were different, he says slowly. Colder, meaner, if that's possible. But when it came to her, you never pulled the trigger. He meets my gaze. I've never seen you hesitate like that with anyone else. I goes. Hesitation. The word tastes wrong. I don't hesitate, I say. Apparently you do, he says. With her. I look back at the door. My world is a blank wall with her outline burned into it. I woke up with nothing, I say. No faces, no loyalties, no history. Just this gravitational pull toward a woman who looked at me like I was the worst day of her life. Sarah is dangerous, Nico says. And not just because of what she knows. She makes you unpredictable. Something about that idea pleases me. Good, I say. Nico swears under his breath. That's not what I was going for. She came back, I say. For now, he says. She'll come back again, I murmur. How can you be so sure? He demands. I flex my hand, remembering the size of her wrist beneath my fingers, the way she moved closer, even as she tried to convince herself she shouldn't. Because she's like me, I say. Ruthless? He scoffs. Curious? I correct. And cursed. With a bad sense of self-preservation, he rubs a hand over his face. Boss, listen to me when your memory returns. If, I say. When, he insists. When it does, you're going to remember every reason you had to put a bullet in her, and you didn't. You need to decide now if you want a do-over. I smile. It doesn't feel like a nice expression. I'm not interested in do-overs, I say. I'm interested in second chances. For who? Nico asks. You or her? Yes, I say. He stares at me. You're not yourself, he mutters. I am exactly myself, I reply. There's just less noise. My gaze drifts back to the door again. Find out who planted that bomb, I say. Who hacked my car? Who wants me dead badly enough to risk failing? We're all ready. And while you're at it, I add, put eyes on Sarah. Nico tenses. You sure you want that? I didn't ask if I should want it, I say. I said do it. He exhales slowly. Yes, boss. He moves toward the door. Oh, and Nico? He pauses. If she tries to run, I say, don't stop her. He turns, startled. What? You heard me. You want her to disappear again? I want to see if she comes back, I say. Running is one kind of answer. Coming back is another. And if she doesn't? He asks. I let my eyes close, seeing her face there in the dark. The anger, the fear, the something else she tried so hard to bury when I said her name. She will, I say. He's quiet for a moment. You sound very sure of that, he says. I smile to myself. I might have lost my memory, I murmur. But I didn't lose my instincts. He leaves. I let the silence settle around me. Machines beep. Nurses murmur outside. The city moves on the other side of the glass. Inside my head, empty corridors wait for me to walk them again. But in the center of that maze, there is one constant. One anchor. One name. Sarah. I don't remember who I was to her. I don't remember what I did to her. I don't remember why she looks at me like I might kill her or kiss her and she doesn't know which would be worse. But I know this. When the rest comes back, the power, the blood, the sins, I'm not letting go of the one thing my broken mind chose to keep, whether she wants me or not.
Chapter 2. The Girl Who Ran. The Dawn Who Remembers Her Name. Sira, Mem De Chung. Niu Kamzuk, Danoi Tam. Ni Pai Tho Rong. The city shouldn't feel this small. 3 years ago, I could walk these streets like a shadow, silent, invisible, unremarkable. A ghost among glass towers and steel bridges. Tonight, every sound feels like it has teeth. Every reflection in a window feels like it's watching me. Every footstep behind mine feels like a countdown. I shouldn't have gone to the hospital. I shouldn't have let him see me. I shouldn't have heard my name in his voice again. Sira, like it belonged to him. Idiot. I tug my hoodie tighter as I cross onto 3rd Avenue. where neon signs buzz like restless hornets and a passing bus sprays cold mist onto my jeans. My apartment isn't far. A shoebox, cheap locks, bad plumbing, perfect for someone who wants to disappear. I replay Lorenzo's voice in my head. I woke up with nothing, except your name. My stomach twists. That shouldn't matter. He shouldn't matter. He shouldn't be able to look at me with those eyes, dark, searching, filled with a recognition he shouldn't even have, and make something in my chest curl like it remembers wanting him. I walk faster. A siren wails somewhere behind me. A truck honks. A group of men laugh too loud outside a bar. Normal sounds. Not his world. Not mine anymore. I reach the rusted staircase that leads to my building and climb quickly. The third-floor hallway smells like burnt garlic and broken hopes. I unlock my door, close it behind me, shove 3 different bolts into place, and throw my backpack onto the couch. The lights flicker on with a soft hum. I exhale. Shaky. Shoulders sagging. Safe. For now. I go to the bathroom, splash cold water on my face, and stare at my reflection. Dark hair. Uneven breathing. Eyes that look far too much, like they're still trapped in that hospital room. Get it together, I whisper. I change into a loose shirt, tug my hair into a low knot, and settle at my tiny desk. My laptop wakes instantly, a custom mod, layered in encryption, the machine equivalent of barbed wire. I crack my knuckles. Okay, time to disappear again. I begin wiping logs, hospital visitor records, street cameras, transit card blips, anything that shows I was within a mile of him, not because I'm afraid of being found, but because I'm afraid of being followed. There are people who want Lorenzo dead. People who want me dead. People who don't care which order it happens in. As long as the job is clean, I delete fast. Fingers flying across the keys until the lights in my apartment cut out. Everything goes black. My breath catches. No hum from the fridge. No hallway noise. No city outside. Just nothing. A power outage wouldn't scare me. A silence this deliberate does. My heart pounds once hard. Then a voice behind me says, quietly, deep enough to vibrate through bone, "You forgot how to erase your digital trail." My blood freezes. I don't turn. I can't turn. He steps out of the shadows like he belongs there. Lorenzo DeVero, in my apartment, in my dark, fresh bandage. Dark coat. Eyes sharper than they were in the hospital, as if memory isn't the only thing waking up inside him. How? My voice breaks. I swallow. Try again. How did you find me? You told the nurse your real name. Soft. Mild. Not soft at all. You were shaking too much to lie. My stomach drops. And the cameras? I whisper, a small smile. You think I didn't learn to read your tricks? Somebody tried very hard to erase your visit from the hospital logs. He tilts his head. But I taught you half of what you know. Remember? I can't breathe. Don't come closer. I force out. He pauses. Not because he's afraid, because he's considering, like a man deciding which wire to cut on a bomb. Sarah, he says quietly, if I wanted to hurt you, you'd already be bleeding. A tremor runs through me. He steps closer anyway. One pace, then another. I back up until the edge of my desk hits my hips. His eyes catch the faint glow of the laptop screen, turning them into dark, molten glass. You ran from me once, he murmurs. You carried that guilt in your throat when you stood in my room. He lifts a hand, not touching, but close enough that the air warms between us. You regret leaving. I jerk my chin up. No. Yes, he says softly. You do. My pulse hammers so hard I swear he can hear it. What do you want? I whisper. His gaze deepens. You, he says. My lungs stop working. Then he leans in and whispers. But first, the truth.
Lorenzo, Gyeongnam, Tham, Sak, La, Dok, Kiem, Neo, Hem, Tu tong nyung nung look. Her apartment is too small, too dark, too vulnerable. It makes something violent twist in my chest. This is where she's been living? This cage made of cheap drywall and fear? No, it's wrong. She's wrong here. She's wrong being anywhere except where I can see her, where I can reach her, where she can't disappear again. She stares at me in the dark, chest rising fast, eyes wide but defiant. Beautiful, foolish, exhausting. I asked you a question, she whispers. What do you want? I take in the room again, the broken blinds, the peeling paint, the laptop humming with the ghosts she tried to bury. Then I look at her, really look, and the strangest thing happens. Memory flickers, her laugh against my car window, her voice cursing at my server code, her trembling in the cold of a warehouse, begging me to stop. Fragments, sharp enough to cut. I step closer. She backs up like prey, pretending to be dangerous. You should sit, I say. No, you should sit, I repeat, softer this time. Before your knees give out. Her glare says she hates the suggestion. Her body says it needs it. She sits. Good. I drag a chair across the floor, turn it to face her, straddle it, and rest my arms on the back. I don't touch her. Touch would be too easy. I let silence stretch. Heavy, thick, impossible to ignore. Then, you lied to me today, I say. Her breath stutters. About what? About why you came. Her fingers tighten in her lap. People don't return to the men they fear, I continue. Not unless they want answers. Her eyes flicker. There it is. Truth in motion. You owe me the truth, Sarah. I don't owe you anything. She fires back. I smile. Slow, controlled, dangerous. A lie, I say. But an attractive one. Her jaw clenches. Good. Anger is easier than fear. Easier than longing. Easier than whatever she feels when I say her name. I lower my voice. You should tell me what you stole. Her breath freezes. What? You took something 3 years ago, I say. Something important enough to make my enemies search for you. A beat. Important enough to risk blowing me apart. She pales, so she knows. Give me the name, I say. The file, the truth. I don't have it, she whispers. That's not the same as saying you never did. Her silence answers me. I lean forward, elbows resting on the chair back. What was it? My voice drops. Who did I sign the order for? She flinches. Her reaction is a knife to the ribs. Sharp, familiar, unwanted. So I was right, I murmur. It was about your brother. Her breath trembles. Her grief tastes like smoke in the air. I'm not that man anymore, I say. But I need to know who he was. She whispers. No, you don't. Yes, I say. Because someone used your brother's name to kill me. Intrigue. Her head snaps up. What? Hades root, I say. The code that hacked my car? It was written on your brother's skeleton. Her hands shake. She tries to hide it. Fails. I stand slowly. She tenses. Good. I step toward her. Slow, precise, letting her feel each inch of distance closing. When I reach her chair, I place one hand on the armrest beside her thigh, not touching her, just caging her in. You disappear, I murmur, and suddenly someone uses your dead brother's code to murder me. Her eyes shine. Fear, shock, something else. This world wants you, I say. Dead or alive. I haven't decided which I prefer yet. Her breath catches. But until I decide, I add softly, you stay with me. She shoves against my chest. I don't move. You can't just decide that. I can, I say. And I have. Her voice cracks. Why? I lean down until my mouth hovers a finger's width from her ear. Because I remember your name. I breathe. Her shiver answers me. And your name, I continue, is the only thing in my head that doesn't feel like a lie. I straighten. She looks ruined, and I like it. Pack a bag, I say. She blinks. No, you're coming with me. I'm not. You are. I say simply. Because every enemy who came for me today will come for you tomorrow. Her lips part. I add, quietly, ruthlessly. And because you came back once. Silence. Then barely audible. I shouldn't have. Maybe, I say. But you did. I offer my hand. She doesn't take it. Fine. I close my fingers around her wrist firm, not painful, and pull her to her feet. Her pulse jumps against my thumb. Let go, she whispers. No, I murmur. Not again. Her eyes widen. My voice drops to a tone I haven't used with anyone else. From this moment on, Sarah, you stay where I can see you. Why? Because you are the only thing my shattered memory kept. Because you are the only lie I want to remember. Because losing you once gutted me. Because I don't know if I'll survive losing you twice. But I don't say any of that. Instead, I say, because someone wants you dead. I pull her toward the door, and they'll have to go through me first.
Chapter 3. The night he pulls her back into his world. Sarah. I don't remember climbing into his car. I don't remember locking the door behind me. I don't remember deciding anything at all. Just Lorenzo's hand closing around my wrist with that terrifying gentleness. His voice rumbling in the dark. You stay where I can see you. I should have fought harder. Should have screamed. Should have refused. Outright. Instead, I'm sitting in the back of a black SUV, slicing through midnight streets like a bullet with no destination. Nico is in the front seat, silent, watching me through the mirror like I'm a second ticking toward disaster. Lorenzo sits beside me, his shoulder brushing the leather, his presence filling the entire car until breathing becomes an exercise in willpower. I tuck my hands into my lap and stare out the tinted window. You're quiet, he says. You broke into my home, I reply. You didn't answer the question. I turn toward him slowly. Maybe I don't have anything to say to you. A lie. I have too much to say. Too many truths that would bury us both. His expression doesn't change, but something shifts behind his eyes. A darker shade. A tightening. A pull. Your silence, he murmurs, is never empty. It's full of things you don't want me to hear. My throat constricts. I look away. The city glides past in streaks of gold and neon. I should feel less trapped with the window there, but the air feels tighter the longer he stares at me. Where are we going? I ask. My place, he answers easily, resting an arm on the seat beside me. Penthouse. No. Yes. I'm not staying with you. You are. I'm not. You are. Sarah. His voice is too smooth, too final. And the horrible part? He's not threatening. He's stating a fact. Why? I whisper. Because someone wants you dead, he says. And because you walked back into my life. That wasn't intentional. Doesn't matter. His fingers brush my forearm, not grabbing, not restraining, just an accidental shift of his hand. Except nothing this man does is accidental. Heat coils low in my stomach. I pull away. His eyes flick down to where my legs are crossed, not leering, assessing, as if mapping the parts of me he used to touch. I choke a breath. Stop staring at me like that. I snap. Like what? Like you remember every piece of me. He leans back slightly, considering. I don't remember, he says softly. Relief floods me. Then he adds, but my body does. My breath misses entirely. He turns away, looking forward again, completely calm while I sit there burning. I hate him. I hate what he does to me. I hate that I feel more alive right now than I have in 3 years. When we reach his penthouse, I step out first, mostly because I need distance. But the moment my feet hit the marble lobby floor, I freeze. The building is beautiful. Cold, steel and shadow, gold accents. A chandelier made of fractured crystal that looks like falling stars. Everything screams money, power, hierarchy. His world. The world that destroyed me. He steps beside me, and his hand, warm, steady, presses lightly to the small of my back, not pushing, not restraining, guiding, My breath trembles sharply. Don't, I whisper. He removes his hand immediately. Too immediately. Like touching me cost him something. The private elevator opens. Nico enters first. Lorenzo gestures for me. No, I say. I can take the stairs. You hate stairs. How would you know? His eyes darken. Because you used to complain every time you had to climb a single flight. My stomach flips. You remember that? I ask. Not with my mind. His voice deepens. With something older. I step into the elevator because I can't stand the weight of that sentence. He follows. The doors close. His reflection stands behind me in the mirrored walls, tall, broad, eyes never leaving me. Tell me what you really came for, he says. I don't answer. Tell me what you stole. No. Tell me why you ran. No. Tell me. His voice drops lower. Why you're shaking right now. My breath breaks. The elevator dings. Saved. For now. We step into the penthouse. It is God. It is everything he is. Marble floors, dark wood, floor-to-ceiling windows spilling the city at our feet, soft lighting, a grand piano in the corner, a bar with crystal decanters, a fireplace lit with real flame. It's beautiful in the way danger is beautiful, and I hate that my chest tightens at the sight. I'll stay one night, I say abruptly. Just tonight. His voice slides behind me. You'll stay until I say otherwise. I spin. No. We negotiate. A slow smile touches his lips. We never negotiated, he says. You argued. I decided. My pulse stutters. Not anymore. Of course anymore, he says, stepping closer. Everything you fear about me? It's still here. Then why haven't you forced me? I whisper. He stops. Close. Too close. The air between us thickens. Because there is nothing I want from you, he says quietly. That requires force. My knees weaken. He sees it. He doesn't push. Instead, he steps back, giving space, not giving freedom. You can have the guest room, he says. It's the one closest to mine. Of course it is, I mutter. He almost laughs. Almost. This isn't a cage, he says. It's protection. It feels like the same thing. Sometimes, he says, eyes flicking to mine. Protection has bars. A chill slides down my spine. He moves toward the hallway. I follow. Because I don't know what else to do. Because part of me still remembers the man he used to be. Because part of me still fears the man he might become again. Because some fractured, stupid piece of me never truly left him. Not really.
Lorenzo. She walks into my penthouse like a woman stepping into the mouth of something that once devoured her. Good. Let her feel it. Let her remember what I was capable of. Let her remember what she survived. Because one thing is certain. She didn't survive me by accident. She survived me because I let her. And that question, why, has been pacing the back of my skull since I woke up in the hospital. I lead her down the hallway. Her steps are quiet, too quiet. She holds herself like she's expecting me to break her again. And that does something to me. Twists something violent and guilty and hungry together until I'm not sure which part of me wants to apologize and which part wants to apologize against her skin. I open the guest room door. It's yours, I say. She doesn't walk in. She stands in the doorway, watching me like I've placed a trap inside. Smart girl, you're safe here, I say. No one is safe with you, she answers. I smile slightly. There it is again. What? Your honesty, I murmur, sharp as glass. I always liked that about you. She looks away, and I remember her sitting in my office, legs tucked under her, hair tied up, cursing at code, her smirking when I insulted her logic, her voice saying, "You don't scare me." And I remember something else, her scream in that warehouse, fragments, but enough to choke me. I step closer. She presses back against the doorframe, not out of fear, out of survival. "Sarah," I say quietly. "Look at me." She does. Those eyes, they hurt. You think I'm the same man, I say. Aren't you? No, I answer honestly. But he's still inside me. She inhales sharply. And I am trying, I continue, to understand him through the way he looked at you. Her throat tightens. Stop, she whispers. Why? Because you don't know what you're saying. Yes, I say softly. I do. I lift a hand, slowly, carefully, letting her see every inch of movement. Her breath catches. I touch her jaw, barely. A whisper of skin on skin, and something strikes through me. Lightning, memory, want, regret, all tangled. She trembles, not from fear, not entirely. You shouldn't touch me, she breathes. Probably not, I say. But you came back to me, so we're both making mistakes tonight. Her eyes flick up to mine. I lower my voice. Deep, warm, unavoidable. Stay, I say. One word. Her breath shivers. Why? She asks. I could lie. I could seduce. I could manipulate. But something in me, something that didn't die in that explosion, refuses to choose the easy path. Because I remember nothing, I say, except you, and I need to know why. Silence expands between us, held, tense, breathing. Then she steps back, into the room. Not acceptance, not surrender, but not refusal either. She closes the door softly. I stand there a long moment, hands still warm with the shape of her jaw. Then I turn away, because the desire to open that door and take her in my arms and force the truth from her mouth with my own is too strong for a man without memories, and too dangerous for the man who's getting them back. Tomorrow, the answers will come. Tonight, I let her sleep in my house, under my protection, within reach, where she belonged 3 years ago, where she belongs now, where I will not let her escape again.
Chapter 4. Pieces of a memory sharp enough to bleed. Sarah. I don't sleep. Not for a second. I lie in the guest room, the one too close to his, staring at the ceiling as the city hums below us like a beast waiting to open its mouth. The sheets are soft. The air is warm. The room is beautiful. None of that matters, because he is on the other side of that wall, breathing. Awake, maybe remembering. Every few minutes, a floorboard shifts in the hallway. Sometimes it's distant. Sometimes it's right outside my door. Nico, probably. Or one of Lorenzo's guards. Or Lorenzo himself. 3 years ago. I thought surviving him meant escaping. Now, I realize I never escaped at all. Around 3 a.m., I give up pretending. I throw off the covers, pull on a sweater, and step quietly into the hallway. The penthouse is dark except for the faint gold glow spilling from the office down the hall. He's awake. Of course he is. I move slowly, trying to decide if checking on him is the stupidest idea I've ever had. Before I can decide, a low voice breaks the silence behind me. Can't sleep? I freeze. Turn. He stands a few feet away, barefoot, wearing jogger pants and a black t-shirt that does absolutely nothing to soften the dangerous lines of his body. His hair is slightly messy, the bandage catching the hallway light. But his eyes, God, his eyes are sharp, sharper than they were yesterday. Did I wake you? I whisper. No, he says, stepping closer. I was already awake. There's something off in his energy. Not violent, not cold, just heightened, like electricity skimming under his skin. You remember something, I say quietly. His jaw tightens. He steps even closer, stopping just within arm's reach. Yes, he murmurs. A piece, a fragment. My breath stops. What did you see? He studies me a long moment before answering. A hallway, he says softly. Concrete, dim light, the smell of rust. Heat drains from my face. No, not that. Not yet. You were there, he continues. Your hair was shorter. You were crying. My knees go weak. Please, I whisper. Don't. You grabbed my arm, he goes on, voice lower now. You begged me. My hand flies to my mouth. Don't say it. Don't say it. Please don't. And I remember, he says, looking at you and choosing something I shouldn't have. Oh, my heart slams painfully. He's too close now. Too knowing. Lorenzo, I whisper. Stop. He doesn't. He reaches up slowly, fingers brushing the side of my jaw in a touch so gentle I nearly collapse. You begged me not to kill him, he murmurs. A tear breaks loose and slides down my cheek. His thumb catches it. Soft, warm, cruel in its tenderness. And I did it anyway. I choke on a sob. His voice drops to a whisper that feels like a blade. I remember your scream. And quarter. My chest cracks open. I turn away. Fingers gripping the wall to stay upright. He doesn't touch me again. Doesn't force me to face him. But his voice follows like gravity. What I don't remember, he says, is why I didn't pull the trigger on you too. My breath trembles. He steps closer. The warmth of him at my back. But I'm starting to understand, he murmurs. Little by little, I squeeze my eyes shut. Leave it alone, I whisper. Please, Will. He leans in his breath, brushing the side of my neck. I can't, he says. My entire body shivers. You're in every piece that comes back, he says. Every fragment, every corner of the dark. He turns my face gently toward him. His eyes are molten, haunted, dangerous. Tell me what happened that night, he says. I can't. Why? Because you'll hate me. He studies my face. I already do, he says softly. The words are knives, but I hate myself more. He adds, for what I did to you. A sob escapes me, quiet and broken. His hand slides to the back of my neck, warm and steady, not pulling, just holding. I'm not here to hurt you, Sarah, he murmurs. Not tonight. I look up at him, vision blurring. Then what do you want? I whisper. His thumb brushes my jaw. You, he answers. A tremor ripples through me. Even though I ran? I breathe. Yes. Even though I helped erase your memory? His eyes flare. He didn't remember that. Not until now, he whispers, voice low and lethal. You did this to me? My breath stops. Sarah, he says softly. Look at me. I can't. I do. You wiped my mind, he says, not angry, not cold, just stunned. You took my life from me. Tears spill down my cheeks. I had no choice. There's always a choice. Not when you're bleeding from the inside. We both freeze. Silence hits hard. His voice drops to a dangerous whisper. What did you mean by that? I cover my mouth. Too late. Too much. His hand slides to my jaw, again gentle, but unyielding. Sarah, he murmurs. What else did I do to you? I break. I turn away. I run, right into the kitchen counter, because this penthouse is a labyrinth built to trap people like me. He catches me before I fall. His hands close around my waist, firm, hot, steady, and he pulls me upright against his chest. My breath shatters. Stop running, he whispers at my ear. I'm not the man you fled. No, I rasp. You're worse. His breath stirs my hair. And you're still here, he murmurs. My knees weaken again, traitorous, stupid. You remember more than you should, I whisper. Yes, he says softly, but not enough to let you go.
Lorenzo, she thinks I'm remembering too fast. She's wrong. I'm remembering too slowly. Every time I close my eyes, I see a flash. Her brother, her scream, my hand refusing to lower the gun until it was too late. But the pieces don't fit together. Not yet. Not until I look at her, her body trembling under my hands, her breath breaking against my chest, her pulse a frantic drum beneath my fingertips. This is memory, more real than the nightmares. I release her waist slowly, letting my fingers drag just enough to feel the way she shivers. She hates it. She wants it. She's terrified of wanting it. And God help me, so am I. You need to tell me the truth, I say. No, it wasn't a request. It wasn't an option. Her defiance hits me low in the gut. Don't push me, I warn softly. She lifts her chin. I'm not afraid of you. Another lie. A beautiful one. I step closer, crowding her back against the counter. Her lips part barely. Her breath comes shallow. She's not afraid of the man I am now. She's afraid of the man I used to be. Good. Tell me why you wiped my memory, I say. I can't. You can. I won't. Heat flickers under my skin. Why? She swallows hard. Because if your memories come back all at once, she whispers, you'll break. Something shifts inside me, like a lock, clicking open. You were trying to protect me, I say. No. She breathes. I was trying to survive you. The words land like a blade, and they fit perfectly. Images slam into my skull. A desk, her face pale with fear. My hand gripping her jaw too hard. Her voice small, shaking, saying please. I inhale sharply. She sees it. Stop, she whispers. Did I hurt you? I ask quietly. She looks away. Not denial, not confirmation, but guilt. You're not answering, I say. I don't owe you that answer. Yes, I say softly. You do. Very for. Her eyes snap to mine. I step even closer. So close her breath hits my throat. So close, I can feel her pulse racing. You think I want to remember hurting you, I ask? Yes. Her honesty slices through me. I lean down, my lips inches from hers, not touching. Not yet. No, I murmur. I want to remember the way you looked at me before I ruined you. Her breath catches. You're delusional. Possibly, I say. But I know this. I lift my hand, slide my thumb across her lower lip. Soft, slow, claiming. She trembles. And that, I say quietly, isn't fear. She gasps, and I stop touching her. Immediately. Her eyes widen. Confusion, relief, hunger. Good. She should feel all of it. We're not finished, I say. Not even close. She shivers. Then, the penthouse alarms explode. Sirens, red flashing lights. Nico's voice shouting through the intercom. Boss breach detected. Perimeter compromised. Sarah stiffens. My instincts sharpen like a blade. I grab her wrist. Her pulse jumps. Stay behind me, I say. Her voice shakes. Who is it? I check the nearest console. My blood goes cold. It's not Bratva, I say. Not this time. Then who? I turn to her slowly, deliberately. A ghost, I say. One who should have stayed buried. Before she can breathe, I pull her toward the security elevator. Her voice trembles. Lorenzo, what's happening? I look at her, at the woman who destroyed my mind, and the woman my mind refused to forget. At the threat coming for her, because of what she stole, because of what she ran from, because of what I did. Then I say the words that make her knees buckle. They're here, I whisper. For you.
Chapter 5. When memory returns with blood on its teeth. Sarah, the penthouse goes red. Alarms screech. Sensors flash. The hallway lights cut into emergency mode, bathing everything in a pulse-like glow that crawls across the marble floor like spilled blood. Lorenzo's hand clamps around my wrist, hot, steady, unshakable. Stay behind me, he says. I can barely breathe. Who's here? I whisper. His jaw tightens. His eyes are already calculating, scanning angles, exits, vulnerable points. Not Bratva, he says. And not my men. Then, a ghost, he repeats. One connected to Matteo. My stomach collapses. No, that's impossible. Matteo's dead, Lorenzo finishes. But the people he worked with aren't. The hallway shudders with heavy footsteps. Closer, louder, targeted. Move, Lorenzo orders. He pulls me into the security elevator. Nico's voice crackles through the intercom. Boss 2 contacts approaching from the east wing. They knew the code. They disabled the outer lasers. 2 words. Freeze my bones. Knew the code. Matteo's code. Oh, God. Lorenzo slams a hand on the biometric panel. The elevator locks. Drops. His body shields mine. He smells like dark soap and smoke and something sharp beneath it, danger and memory tangled together. Why are they after me? I whisper. He looks down at me, not confused, not unsure. He knows. He's known. You have something, he says softly. Something Mateo left you. My breath fractures. No. Yes. No. He pins me with a look so deep I feel my heart stop trying to lie. I won't ask again, he says. The elevator opens into a dim concrete hallway, another level below the penthouse. A safe floor, weapon lockers, surveillance room. He steps out. I don't move. My knees feel wrong. Loose. Like they don't trust me. He turns back. Sarah, it was. I shake my head. I didn't want this. He takes 2 long strides, and suddenly his hands are cupping my face. Warm. Furious. Devastatingly gentle. You think I blame you, he whispers. For running. For hiding. For surviving me. My lips tremble. He leans his forehead to mine. I blame myself. The air leaves me. All of it. Just gone. His thumbs brush my cheekbones. Sarah, he murmurs. I remember everything now. The world drops. No, 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 not yet. Not like this. Lorenzo. His voice cuts through the rising panic. I remember the warehouse. Mateo. Your scream. He swallows. I remember the look you gave me when the gun went off. Tears blind my vision. And I remember, he adds, voice low and breaking, the way my hand shook when I pointed the gun at you next. I choke. He did point it at me. He did. I'd forgotten, or buried it, or refused to believe it. He pulls me against him before I can collapse. His arms wrap around me. Strong. Unyielding. I shake. Hard. Like a storm ripping through bone. I didn't pull the trigger. He whispers into my hair. You wanted to. I breathe. Yes, he says quietly. He doesn't sugarcoat. He never has. But something stopped me. My heart pounds. What? I whisper. You, he answers. My breath stutters. No. Yes. That's not. You think I don't know my own hands? He says softly. I've killed hundreds. My body doesn't hesitate. But that night, his lips brush my temple. I couldn't kill you. My chest heats and cracks and freezes all at once. Why? I ask. Because you were already inside me, he whispers. In the place memory couldn't touch, footsteps echo above us. Metal clanks. Voices shout. We both tense. Sarah, he says, pulling back enough to meet my eyes. Whoever is coming, they want what Mateo left you. I don't have anything. You do. I don't. Don't lie to me. My breath shakes. The truth is a knife lodged in my throat. I didn't take a file, I whisper. I took names. His eyes sharpen. What names? I swallow. The ones your enemies paid Mateo to expose. I close my eyes. Yours included. He goes still. Perfectly still. Shock. Recognition. Realization. Then slowly, Lorenzo lifts my chin. You didn't betray me, he says quietly. I did. No. His voice is a low growl creeping under my skin. You protected me. You kept those names from getting out. My entire body trembles. I did it because I wanted you dead too. I choke out. He smiles. Not sweet. Not cruel. Knowing. You wanted me dead, he says. And yet you saved me. I should have destroyed everything. I whisper. I should have let them take you down. You didn't. He pulls me closer. Why do you care? I ask. Why aren't you enraged? His voice turns to gravel. Oh, I am. My breath halts. His fingers slide into my hair. I'm furious, he murmurs. At myself. At Mateo. At the people who tried to use you to get to me. He leans in until his lips graze my cheekbone. And most of all, he whispers, I'm furious at how badly I want you. when I should put a bullet in you for what you did. Heat slams into my stomach. My breath stutters. My hands grip his shirt not to push him away, just to stay standing. Lorenzo, I breathe. He pulls back enough to see my face, holds it between his palms. I should kill you, he says softly. The air in the hallway freezes solid. My heart stops moving. Then he adds, but I'd rather keep you. The truth of it hits me like a wave. You're insane, I whisper. For you, he agrees. And then the stairwell door explodes open. Masked men flood the corridor. Lorenzo spins, shoves me behind him, gun in hand, voice ablade, over my dead body.
Lorenzo, they come fast, too clean. These aren't street trash or desperate rivals. These are professionals, silent, armored, moving in tight formation, and they want her. Rage licks up my spine, the kind of rage that has leveled families, started wars, built empires, the kind of rage only she can ignite. Stay behind me, I snap. She presses against the wall, trembling, not fear of them, fear of me. Good. Fear keeps people alive. I step forward, fire a single round, and drop the first man instantly. 2 more advance. I shoot one in the thigh, calculated, not fatal, and he goes down screaming. The third hesitates. Mistake. I close the distance and slam his skull into the steel railing. He drops. But more come. A full team. A dozen. Sarah, I say without looking back, close your eyes. Why? Because I don't want you to see what I am. I hear her breath catch. Then, softly, okay, I admit it. Something inside me shifts, unlocks, breaks open, and the man I used to be, the one I lost in the explosion, steps back into my skin like he never left. Efficient, deadly, merciless. My mind clears. My aim sharpens. I fire twice. Step forward, crush a windpipe, kick a gun across the floor, take out another with a clean shot to the shoulder. She can't see, but she can hear, and I hate that she can hear. When the last man falls, I turn. She's trembling against the wall, hands over her ears, eyes squeezed shut like a child hiding from thunder. Sarah, I say. She opens her eyes slowly. When she sees the bodies, she gasps, but not in horror, in recognition. You're back, she whispers. Yes, I say. She nods once. A single tear slips down her cheek. Then I shouldn't stay, she breathes. You're not leaving. I have to. No, you don't. I pin her gently against the wall, not trapping, just blocking her escape. Her breath trembles. You don't understand, she whispers. If your memories are back, they're not, I say. Not all. But the part that remembers Matteo, that part is clear, I say softly. Her body collapses inward. I'm sorry, she whispers. I'm so sorry, Lorenzo. I lift her chin. No, I say. Do not apologize for surviving. She shakes her head. You don't know everything. You don't know, then tell me. I can't. I touch her cheek. You can, I say. And you will. I get dime. Her breath catches. I'm not yours, she whispers. Yes, I murmur, lowering my forehead to hers. You are. Her entire body shivers. Lorenzo, you walked back into my life, I say. And now you don't get to walk out. That's not your choice. It is, I say quietly. And here's the part you won't like. I take her wrist, slide my fingers over the pulse there, feel it race for me. I'm not asking. Her breath breaks. I pull her closer, not kissing her, not touching her beyond the wrist, just holding her in the gravity of everything we are and everything we ruined. You will stay, I say. You will tell me the truth, and you will not run, not from me, not from them. Why? She whispers, voice breaking. Why won't you let me go? My lips graze her temple. Because I don't forgive myself for what I did, I say. And I won't forgive myself if I lose you again. She exhales shakily. And because, I add, voice dropping to a dark, intimate vow, You are the only thing in this world I want enough to burn the rest of it down. Her knees buckle. I catch her, lift her, hold her. Sarah, I whisper into her hair. I remember enough to know this. The night Mateo died was the night I should have lost you too. But I didn't. He pulls her closer. And I'm not losing you now. Not to the ghosts. Not to the past. Not even to herself.
Chapter 6. The Truth. The Fire. And the chain he chooses. Sarah, there's blood on the floor. Some of it belongs to the masked men. Some of it belongs to Lorenzo. Most of it belongs to the past. By the time the alarms stop and Nico declares the penthouse secure, my hands won't stop shaking. Lorenzo doesn't say anything. He doesn't ask if I'm hurt, doesn't reassure me, doesn't pretend this is anything less than war. He just stands there, broad shoulders, dark shirt clinging to him, a cut bleeding along his jawline like a king surveying the ruins of a coup. His eyes find me, hold me, pin me, and everything inside me fractures. Sit, he says. I don't. He steps closer. Sarah, sit. I sink onto the edge of the couch because my legs no longer belong to me. He kneels. He kneels. The Don drops to one knee in front of me, lifts my trembling hands into his, and says quietly, "Tell me everything." I know. I exhale a single, shattered breath. There's no running now. Not from the men coming for me. Not from him. Not from what I did. So I begin. Mateo wasn't dirty, I whisper. Lorenzo's jaw flexes, but he stays still, waiting. He didn't betray you. He didn't sell names. He didn't turn on the family. Then why was he on my list? Because someone put him there, I say. Someone inside your own house. His eyes sharpen. Who? I never found out. Mateo died too fast. But before that, my voice cracks. He found something. A file, a ledger, digital, hidden. It had names of politicians, investors, police captains, all being bribed or blackmailed. Lorenzo's expression turns to stone. I continue. He gave it to me. Told me to run. Told me someone in your circle was going to frame him. Told me that if they killed him, they'd come for me because I had the only copy. Lorenzo's breath doesn't change. That scares me more than yelling would. So the bomb, I whisper. The men tonight, they weren't coming for you. His eyes narrow. They were coming, he finishes. For the ledger, I nod. And for me, something inside him ignites. Not soft, not warm. Violent, protective, terrifying. He rises slowly, like a shadow unfolding. You should have told me the night you ran. I didn't trust you. You trusted Mateo. Yes, that hits him. Hard. The pain flickers across his face there and gone, but I see it. He steps closer. Too close. Why did you wipe my memory? He asks. I thought you'd kill me if you remembered the warehouse. I almost did, he says. My breath stops. He grips the edge of the couch beside me, leaning down so his face is inches from mine. But I didn't, he says. And you should have trusted that. You gave an order for Mateo's death. He disobeyed, he says. I believed he betrayed me. He didn't. And now I know that, Lorenzo says, voice low but steady. But I didn't then. I was blind. I was angry in a way that made me stupid. He closes his eyes for one slow breath. When I woke up, he murmurs, the only thing my mind saved was you. My throat tightens painfully. Why? I whisper. He opens his eyes, and the answer lives there. I think you were the one thing I never wanted to lose. My heart stumbles. He sits beside me, not touching, just close enough that the air hums. You're trembling, he says softly. I'm scared. Of me? Yes, he nods once, accepting, not offended, not wounded, just understanding. You should be, he says gently. I'm not a good man, Sarah. I know, but I won't hurt you. A tear falls. He catches it with his thumb. You don't know that. I whisper. I do, he murmurs. Because I already had the chance. And I chose you. His hand slides along my jaw, warm and steady. I'm choosing you again, Lorenzo. He leans in, not kissing, not claiming, just letting his forehead rest against mine. Everything inside me tilts. If you stay, he whispers, I will burn the world to protect you. My breath shakes. If I stay, I whisper back, I'll destroy you. His lips curve in a smile that is not soft at all. Then we're perfect for each other. My heart clenches hard. This is wrong. I breathe. Yes, he says, and unavoidable. I don't know who moves first. Maybe him, maybe me, maybe gravity. But suddenly his lips are on mine. Slow, hungry, dangerous, as if he's been starving for years. His hand slides into my hair. Mine grip his shirt. He pulls me into his lap, guiding my body with a gentleness that feels like submission wrapped in possession. The kiss deepens. Heat coils low in my stomach. A soft, broken sound escapes me. He swallows it. When he pulls away, his voice is rough. If you want me to stop, he says, tell me now. I should. God, I should. But instead I whisper, don't stop. He kisses me again, harder this time, but still controlled, still reading every shiver in my body. His mouth moves down my jaw, my throat, slow enough to savor, deep enough to ruin. He lifts me easily, carries me toward the bedroom. Then, Nico bursts in. Boss. Lorenzo doesn't drop me, doesn't even flinch. He turns his head slightly, voice deadly calm. This better be worth interrupting. It is, Nico says tightly. We caught one of the attackers alive. Lorenzo sets me on the couch. My body still shakes. He looks at me, not asking, not deciding, just committed. I'll deal with this, he says. Do not leave this room. His tone leaves no room for disobedience. He turns, stops, looks back, and says, we're not done.
Lorenzo, the man they captured, is bleeding onto my basement floor. Good. Pain makes people honest. Nico steps back as I approach. Boss, he says. He swallowed something before we tackled him. We pumped his stomach. We think it was a data capsule. Show me. Nico hands me the capsule. Small, black, encrypted. I inject it into the reader. The screen flickers. A symbol appears. One I haven't seen in years. My blood runs cold. The basilisk. A syndicate older than my family. More ruthless. More patient. More dangerous. They don't send foot soldiers. They send death. And tonight, they sent it for her. My fist tightens around the capsule. Why now? I ask. Nico shakes his head. No idea. Oh, I know, I say quietly. Because Matteo wasn't working for my enemies. He was running from them, protecting his sister, and I killed him for it. My jaw clenches. My vision sharpens into razor clarity. I will never forgive myself for that, but I can protect her now. I will. I turn to Nico. Double security, I say. Triple it. I want men on every floor. I want snipers on the roof. I want this building locked down tighter than a vault. Already on it. And Nico, yes, boss? If anyone touches her, anyone, my voice goes low, quiet, lethal, I'll tear their throat out myself. Nico nods. He doesn't question it. They all knew before I did. Sarah Valentini was always my weakness. Now she's my weapon, my anchor, my undoing, my choice. I go back upstairs. She's curled on the couch, knees pulled in, breathing uneven. She jerks slightly when she notices me. I stop, just looking at her. This small, brilliant, infuriating woman who stole from me, lied to me, broke me, ran from me, and came back. She wipes her eyes quickly. Is it over? No. She swallows. Then what happens now? I kneel again, lift her chin, meet her eyes with everything I am. The man who forgot, and the man who remembers. Now, I say softly. I make sure no one ever comes for you again. How? She whispers. I brush a tear from her cheek. By giving them something worse to fear. Worse than the basilisk. She breathes. Yes, I say. She frowns. What? Me. Her lips part. I lean closer. Voice dark silk. You are under my protection now. My house. My name. My war. Lorenzo. And if the basilisk wants you, I continue, they'll have to declare war on the Don of New York. She shakes her head. That paints a target on you. Let them aim, I murmur. I dare them. Her eyes shine. I don't want people dying for me. I don't care. A soft sound escapes her. You're impossible. For you? I say. Yes. Her breath shakes. I take her hand, place it against my chest, hold it there. Her heartbeat stutters at my touch. Make the choice, Sarah, I whisper. Stay with me and let me end this. Tears fill her eyes. Or run again, I say. But if you run, if you walk out that door, my voice drops lower. I will come for you. Her tears fall. She whispers, You already have. I close my eyes, and everything inside me breaks open. Then stay. She hesitates. 1 second, 2, 3. Then she leans forward, places her forehead to mine, and whispers, Okay. Something inside me detonates. Not anger, not memory. Possession. I pull her into my arms. Her hands clutch my shirt. Her breath shivers against my neck. Mine shivers against her skin. You're mine now, I whisper. Say it. I breathe against her ear. I need to hear it. She trembles. Then, quiet, broken, true. I'm yours. I lift her into my arms, without breaking her gaze. She wraps her legs around me instinctively, and I carry her toward the bedroom. Not to claim her, not yet, but to be sure she understands the truth. The world may want to kill her, but I, Lorenzo Davero, will burn the world before I let it try.